Alrighty, we're back. Okay, anyways, we're back. Welcome in, guys. We're back again. Another episode, Playbook Pod, episode 15. Trey debuting his brand new haircut.
Yeah,
Go ahead and tell him how cute he looks in the comments. Of course,
yeah,
I mean, come on.
cutie guys, bro.
He looks complete. I mean, I think it looks great. But yeah, we're excited to be here.
Let me know what you think. Flip back or curl.
Yeah. So go back to last week. If you like that hairdo more, say you like that one more. If you like this one more, say that one. So, but yeah, we're back. Another episode. Really excited for today. We have the official college football bracket. We're going to break down, make our official predictions for. We're going to talk a little NFL. Some of the games during the week they were really good. We're going to talk a little bit NBA Cup as the playoffs start today. The Magic Bucks game is actually wrapping up right now. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Juan Soto and the Mets. Trey may or may not cry during that segment. We'll see how that goes. I told him Juan was leaving. He did not believe me, but hey, it's okay. And then we're going to talk a little golf. So we're just going to jump right into this, guys. We're going to start with some NFL, like always. We'll talk about the last Thursday night game. This was Packers at Lions. Obviously, a very important match as it was an NFC North battle. And a battle it was. The Lions winning 34-31, going down to the absolute wire. Jake Bates makes, again, another game-winning field goal, 35 yards to finish the game off. This was honestly exactly how I thought this was going to go. I think the Packers are very good, but I think the Lions are a little better. And they won by 3, a little better. Jordan Love, 206 yards, 1 touchdown, not that great. But Josh Jacobs, 3 touchdowns on the ground. Man, I mean, they were able to score. They were able to move the ball. Jared Goff with 283, 3 touchdowns. Tim Patrick coming out of nowhere, 46 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. So my question is, because Trey picked the Packers, me and Jaden picked the Lions to be in that NFC side of the Super Bowl. Trey, does this actually make you feel better about the Packers, even though they barely lost to the hottest team in the NFL right now? What do you think?
I'm still. It's kind of hard now. It's kind of close now than I thought before. I mean, at first when Adrian Hutchinson was healthy, their defense was really good. Right now they're ranked first overall, second in offense, third in defense. The Lions are. Packers though, I'm worried about their defense a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They've given up 274 points to every team so far in the NFL, which is 9th. I mean, that's good, but it's not great.
It's not great.
It's not great at all. But I'll tell you what, though, I think Lions are a little bit have weakness too, and that's their defense as well. If I'm not mistaken, their defense is good. Don't get me wrong, but their run defense is terrible. They can't they can't stop the run at all. And then Jordan Love though needs to calm down. He's not Brett Favre. He's realized that he's not Brett Favre at all. I don't know, Jaden. If you watch Brett Favre in his prime, I know Nick and I have, but Jaden, if you haven't, watch Brett Favre games, watch Jordan Love game, and you will see they're kind of like they're not really accurate at all the football at all. They're not. But yeah, so far though it's close. That's all I gotta say. It's close. They ain't what the separation was before.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think the Packers have cleared the gap a little bit. So Jaden, as a picker of the Lions, did we still make the right call?
Absolutely. I mean, this is probably one of the most dominant teams in the NFL right now. I mean, the Packers still played well against them, though. I won't say that they played a bad game. I mean, it was. I mean, it came down to their kicker. I mean, I feel like the Lions have, just shown that they're here to play, and I still think that they're very well in contention for the Super Bowl. they're still currently my pick. So, I mean, not that I could change it now this late in the game, but
Yeah, unfortunately not.
no. But yeah, I mean, I think that they've been playing really well. They've been really good on the ground and in the passing game too. So I feel pretty good about them.
Yeah, no, I think I'm still confident. Trey did mention the defense slipping a little bit. I'm not sure how much of that is. So if we look here, we're going to go from their winning streak. So they won their first game versus the Rams and they lost to the Buccaneers. And then since then, their defense has given up 13 points to the Cardinals, 29 to the Seahawks, which is not great. 9 to that trash team in Dallas, 29 to the Vikings, 14 to the Titans, 14 to the Packers the first time they played, 23 to Texans, 6 to Jacksonville. I mean, I could guard Jacksonville. 6 to the Colts, 20 to the Bears, and now 31 to the Packers. I don't know how much of this game was their defense letting up as much as it was the Matt LaFleur and the Packers coming in with a really good game plan. So they really fed the ball to Josh Jacobs. He didn't get a lot of yards. He had 18 carries, 66 yards, but they got a lot of big plays. Jordan Love had a long pass of 59. Their average yards per play was 6.6, which was a whole yard and a half more than the Lions. They had a lot of big plays. I think that might be a concerning thing for the Lions, but outside of that, this offense is just crazy, man. Yeah. I mean, even when David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs had a rough game rushing, neither of them had over 4 yards per carry. Even when that happens, they're still able to find a way to score a lot of points, and that's, I think, is really important. Jared Goff played good. I think it's kind of hard to look at this game and say, Jared Goff didn't play great, because I thought he did, and they won the game for it. So, I still think that the Lions win it, but the Packers are good. They're sneaky good. Mm-hmm. I don't think they get talked about enough.
Yeah.
He needs to calm. He needs to realize he's not Brett Favre. Jordan Love.
I mean, he can sure throw the ball. I think come playoff time, if this offense can get hot, kind of like it did last year, they could definitely make some noise. But they could be in the NFC title game, that's for sure. But yeah, we're gonna move on here a little bit. So I want to talk Panthers Eagles. This is less of a Panthers thing and more of an Eagles thing. So the Panthers, I mean, the Eagles barely squeaked by the Panthers, 22-16, and Xavier Legette drop away from this potentially being a Panthers win. I'm really worried about Jalen Hurts. If we look here, I mean, he had 108 passing yards. I know that they're a run first team. I get that. But if we look at this season here real quick, I mean, if you look at his games, so his last 5, Carolina, he had 108 yards. Baltimore, 118 yards. The Rams, 179 yards. The Washington, 221. Dallas, 202. Jacksonville, 230. This guy's been thrown for over 300 yards since week 3 against the New Orleans Saints. The Eagles do have the worst passing yardage per game in the NFL. It's dead last. I believe it's 180 per game. Mm-hmm. After the game, A.J. Brown was asked what they can do better. And he said, passing. We can do better passing. I don't think he was taking a shot at anybody. I think he's just being for real. Because I get that, like I said, I get that they're a run first team, but I don't think Saquon can carry you to the Super Bowl and win. I mean, maybe he can. I don't know. But so my question is, are the Eagles, will this Jalen Hurts not being able to pass thing come to bite them later, Trey.
It definitely will. Right now he's 16th touchdowns, 14th in the NFL. He's second 76 overall rating. That's 21st in the NFL according to PFF. He brought up AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. I know that they have something happened after Super Bowl against Kansas City. They kind of fell apart a little bit. Them two have chemistry, have fallen apart a lot. I mean, I think last season, I'm not mistaken, AJ was cussing out Jalen Hurts and sidelines against the Vikings last year in Thursday Night Football. I don't know if I'm correct by that, but I think I saw something like that going on. But I'll tell you what, this is the wrong time to get like that.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
NFL playoffs are about to start. They beat a team who is literally last in everything except for offense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's concerning. That really is concerning.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck that was, but they didn't stick. But that was weird. I thought Carolina literally is really playing a team they almost beat, a team that's like that already. It's about to win their division. That's insane to me. Because right now Carolina is 32nd overall, which is pretty much last in the NFL. That is concerning to me that they almost beat the Eagles, and if it wasn't for that drop pass, they probably would have won that game. The Panthers would definitely won that game.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely concerning. I mean,
because now they're sixth in overall and offense. Last year they're like number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened to him. It's kind of been under the rug because of them winning, but Jaden, can this Eagles team, could they possibly beat the Lions without Jalen Hurts being able to pass the ball?
No, I don't think so. Because, I mean, if you look how we were talking about in the Lions situation, how, they were slowed down on their running.
Mm-hmm.
The defense slowed down their running.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do when you play a team like that slows down your running game and you're not great at throwing?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you need to have some versatility in your game to be able to overcome,
Yeah, for sure.
either side of that. If they're locking up your receiving, you need to be good at running, but you can't just be good at one or the other. That's why I don't think that Saquon Barkley alone can, take them all the way through. So I think that, they really need, if they want a shot at it, they really have to work on their passing game. But I mean, I think it's going to be really tough for them to beat the Lions.
Yeah. And I'm saying the Lions because I think we all, everyone thinks the Lions and Eagles are the two best in the NFC. Some people throw in the Packers, but like,
that's scary, man.
It's concerning. And it's not like it's not like a Jimmy G situation where he's just not throwing. I mean, he's getting attempts. So versus the Panthers, he had 21 attempts. I mean, that's not a lot, but it's not like he threw 10 times. Yeah. Then Baltimore, they barely threw it 19 times, 22 times versus the Rams, 28 times versus the Commanders. It's not like he's getting no attempts. So it's just a little worrisome for me because like Trey said, this is the worst time for this to happen, for your passing game to be gone. And like Jaden said, you have to be complete to win the Super Bowl. When the Eagles won the Super Bowl not a couple years, we're coming up on 10 years ago now. It was about 8 years ago that they won. They had both. They had a passing game and a running game. If you look at last year's champion, the Chiefs passing game and running game, Chiefs again the year before, passing game, running game. If you look at the Bucs with Tom Brady, they had Tom Brady and they also had Leonard Fournette. You have to have both in the playoffs. You can't have one or the other.
Sure.
Unless you have the greatest defense ever, like a generationally great defense, you can't win the Super Bowl unless you're a complete offense. Yeah. And I'm worried. I just want to. So they play Steelers next. Oh, the Steelers are going to. They're going to stop Saquon. That's going to be their main goal. Mike Tomlin is a stud. We all know that. He's going to walk in there and be like, guys, we're stopping Saquon. I don't care what it takes.
Yeah.
Let Jalen Hurts beat us. And then he has to go get up against that fantastic secondary. So I'm I'm really interested. That's a good litmus test for this team.
Yeah.
Is Jalen Hurts just kind of not doing too much because he doesn't have to, or is there a legitimate issue? I think that'll be answered next Sunday. So
it proved a lot to me because I tell you what though, if Philadelphia loses next Sunday, I tell you what, Packers might be the second best team in the NFC.
yeah, I just got to see how it happens. I just want to see how it happens. And if the Steelers win that game, we got to start having some serious conversations about the Steelers and the AFC for sure. But yeah, that being said, we're going to move on here to just an absolute barn burner of a game. This was Bills at Rams, 44-42. Okay. And real quickly, before we jump in here, I have to get something off my chest. If I hear one more sports pundit tell me this is Josh Allen's fault, I'm gonna flip my desk and I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna Hulk out. Okay.
Who said that?
You know exactly who said that.
Come on, Shannon Sharp, stop that.
Okay, so Josh Allen, 342 yards passing, 3 touchdowns.
It's the first QB to have that and lose.
82 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. He's the first QB ever to have 3 and 3.
And lose.
Okay, so they lost by 2, and his team gave up a blocked punt touchdown. I was on air last week. You can look at the little short that we made. We made some shorts. You can see how much I was praising the Bills. I was praising the Bills and Josh Allen. This game, their defense got shredded. Okay. Do I think that this is going to be an issue going forward? I don't know. And the reason why I say that is because they played a Rams team that I think is extremely good. And they just were really injured at the beginning of the season. Guys, this is Matthew Stafford, one of the best arms in the game, a Super Bowl champ, Puka Nacua, who, if it weren't for Jamar Chase, would have had the best performance of the week of his wide receiver. We need to have some serious conversations about that guy in the top 10, by the way. Cooper Kupp, who's still good, and Kyron Williams, who's one of the best backs in the league. Guys, this is an elite offense.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen was going man for man with him, literally, the entire way. He scored at the very end. And what does he do afterwards? He gets up on the podium and says, "That's my fault because I didn't get in on the first sneak at the goal line." And that they had to use a timeout, which ended up, kind of sealing the game. First off, that's just fantastic leadership. But first off, it's not Josh Allen's fault. He literally played perfect.
Yeah.
His defense gave up not actually 44 because they gave up 7, right? His defense gave up 37, and then the special teams gave up 7. But my question, does this change your opinion about the Bills whatsoever?
No, it doesn't. I think they're second best. I think Josh Allen's second best quarterback still in the NFL. I know people have him once right now, but that's for me it's 2. I don't think until you beat Patrick Mahomes head to head. And yeah, still be confident about that. Our defense is kind of shaky a little bit. Tell you what, though, Josh Allen, though, he's still MVP for me as of right now, unless Saquon breaks that record. Till then, otherwise. But you brought up the Bills' defense, and it is a little scary because right now they are giving up 268 points allowed in the NFL. And with Matthew Stafford like that, who gets hot really easily, you can't do that. Even with Mahomes, though, you can't do that with Mahomes. I think they need to work. I think they'll get it together though. But no, I agree with you. It wasn't Allen's fault at all. So
yeah. Jaden, I'm gonna flip the question on you.
Okay.
Does this prove to you that the Rams can compete in the NFC?
I think if they play like this every single game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I don't think that they could do that.
Yeah.
They've been very inconsistent this season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know they had some injuries in the beginning of the season, but still, they have not been consistently playing, good like this. I mean, they had a great game. I'll for sure give them that. But I don't think that this gives them that good of a shot, at winning.
Mhm.
But flipping, looking at the Bills though, real quick. Talking about you can't. I mean, you can't put this on Josh Allen, and you can't say that the Bills. You can't change your opinion on the Bills because it's one game. I mean,
Mhm.
you look at the rest of the season; they played phenomenal the whole season.
Yeah.
So, and Josh Allen, taking the blame, that's like you said, that's good leadership. I mean,
Mm.
he got 54 fantasy points, so you can't say that he played bad.
I mean, he saved my fantasy season. I was losing to my good buddy Amish, and then I have Josh Allen and Jamar Chase, so you can figure out what happened. But yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, um, on the Rams side, Puka Nacua,
that dude's so good, man.
he went crazy. But yeah, I think if the Rams can play consistently good, they have a chance. But I don't think that they can do that.
I might disagree with you, Jaden, about that part. Because Matthew Stafford, he's a bad man. That guy can really get hot at the right time. I know Cooper Rush. I know Cooper and Puka Nacua have been hurt. But, I mean, look at the team in 2021. Same thing happened. They were on Cooper, Cooper Cup was
Cooper
on
Cup.
Yeah, I don't know why I was trying to thought about that. I'm not drunk, guys. Sorry. But if he gets, I know he was hurt in that year a little bit too, and Odell Beckham Jr. too was kind of hurt too that season.
Mm-hmm.
But if they get hot at the right time, they can probably beat the Lions in the NFC Championship game. Matthew Stafford's a bad guy. That's the one guy that wants to get hot in the
Mm-hmm.
playoff in the postseason. I've seen it happen in 2021. They almost beat the. I mean, I promise you this. They almost won last year. I was surprised they made it to the playoffs last year. I was surprised they even made it that far in the playoffs, but they did.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? He's the one guy you don't want to get see hard in the postseason. He was going to tear you up.
Yeah.
He doesn't afraid the moment. And Cooper Cup and Puka Nacua being healthy too, easily.
Yeah. I definitely can see that. I'm not worried about Matthew Stafford. I'm worried about their defense. They did just give up 42.
Yeah.
I get it that it's Josh Allen. They gave up 37 to the Eagles. If you look at the good teams they played, right? They have a good win over the Vikings. But they have to, and they also beat the Packers as well. But I think if I can see this defense tighten up, if they can consistently get after the quarterback with, rookie Jared Verse, maybe he starts to really show out. But they're 24th in points allowed. It's not great.
Yeah.
It's not great at all. They're ranked 20th on defense according to PFF. It's just not. I want to see the defense play better, and I want to see this offense. I believe in the offense. Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Kyron Williams. You're gonna, as long as Matthew Stafford can stay upright, which the Bills didn't get a single sack on him. I think if you can stay upright, this is definitely a scary team for sure. Definitely. But yeah, guys, I still have Josh Allen's MVP.
Yeah,
They're 10-3. Like, let's settle down about this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's not Josh Allen's fault. But I do want to see the Bills' defense play better, and I want to see the Rams' defense play better for sure. Because the Rams currently are 8th in the NFC. They're right behind the Commanders, who are 8-5. They're 7-6. They have some ground to make up. If they do that, if they get into that wild card slot, I would not want to be an NFC team playing them. Just point blank.
I don't want to.
You look at the other side, great offensive mind and a head coach. You look at Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, with Matthew Stafford at the helm of that offense. I don't want anything to do with it, but they still have to make the playoffs first, for sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we're gonna move on here to the weekly segment of Chiefs Evil Dark Magic.
Someone used the Force.
So I don't want to be labeled as a Chiefs hater. Sometimes my dear uncle William he'll watch the show. He's a huge Chiefs fan. He's kind of started soft launching me as a Chiefs hater, and I'm not a Chiefs hater. I am baffled by what I see. It's week after week. So the Chargers, they play 17-19. This is Sunday Night Football. First off, Mahomes, what he did in the final drive, I cannot take. That was insane.
That was insane.
The jump pass, the staying alive in the pocket. He didn't have a great stats. He was 210, 1 touchdown. But what he did on the final drive, go watch. If you haven't seen it, go watch the final drive. It was an incredibly important third down. The pocket collapses on him because his tackles are horrible. He runs up in the pocket, avoids 2 sacks, jumps over the offensive line practically, throws a strike to Travis Kelce for first down, which pretty much sold the game. Not taking that away. That was absurd. He went Mahomes. He did exactly what, guys like all 3 of us would say, this guy could be the GOAT one day. This is reasons like that. I'm not a Chiefs hater. Their kicker gets up. This is a 3rd string kicker, practice squad guy, by the way. He gets up. He kicks the ball. Duck hook, right? It looked like me on the golf course. Duck hook. And it slammed directly into right into the upright, directly into it. 99 out of 100 balls that hit the upright fly backwards. It hits the upright and goes in.
Yeah.
Okay, I just it's really hard to figure out the Chiefs or to talk about them, analyze them, because they play like dog all game, and then in the fourth quarter, some hero stuff happens from Mahomes or controversial things happen, and then they win in the weirdest way possible. I can't explain anymore.
I don't know.
I don't even know what to say. You guys take it.
I saw Nick Wright and Colin Cowherd saying that I consider a point too. Especially Nick Wright. Nick Wright's the freaking biggest Chiefs fan I've seen in my entire life. More than Brother Rao. That's just, that guy literally covered the Chiefs, and he's been in Kansas City. He did radio there. So this is what he said, and I watched First Things First too. Nick Wright said something that was crazy to me, and he said that everything that says that's luck and all that stuff, that's just how they are. He started bringing up Tom Brady and the Patriots, saying that was their luck too in that season, and went a whole soliloquy about that. And they have a good point. This is just this. I don't know what to say about this game no more, bro. I'm speechless right now. That was insane. I tell you what, 20 years from now, that team is gonna be investigated. They're gonna be literally on science. Scientists can discover what's going on that team, and even Roger Goodell's can put something on that team, bro. They did 3P like this, man.
Dude, if something like this happens in the Super Bowl, I don't even know what I'm going to say.
I don't know what I'm going to say.
I don't know, because the team, like I said, they look horrible all game. They can't move the ball. Mahomes isn't doing Mahomes things. They look like they're getting outplayed, and then just miraculously every time. I just, Jaden, you got anything for me, bro?
I don't know. The Chiefs are the only team that make me believe that the NFL is scripted.
Dude, it really feels like that sometimes, man.
Calling it here, and I don't believe those scripted. If that's the case, how come?
I don't know if they're like, hey, we need you guys to practice field goals going off the post all week.
All week. You got to hit him, because that's how you're going to win this week. Yeah.
It's almost like someone, used the force and just, directed the ball over just enough.
That was freaking Yoda doing that.
I don't know, dude.
I have no explanation. I don't know how a team who's played, a terrible. They haven't
especially by their standards.
They haven't played good. I have not seen one good game out of them. The only time you see them play good is in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
it's almost like they intentionally put themselves in situations where they have to win. Because I don't know, maybe they perform better under pressure, but there hasn't been a single blowout game from the Chiefs all season.
Yeah.
And Mahomes hasn't been playing that good. I mean, I don't even know what to say about the Chiefs. I don't know how they're 12-1. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't think nobody knows. I guess they're good. I don't know.
I don't know.
They're fourth. They're like Mahomes is great in the fourth quarter. They might just like do this on purpose. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I have kind of given up on trying to figure this out because every week it's just something crazy.
Yeah.
Like the Patriots and Tom Brady, it was never like there would be moments where it was like, oh, like blatant, they got really lucky. Like, yeah, it happened. But and then the next week they'd blow someone out by 30. And it's just like
I was just quoting what Colin Cowherd said.
Every single win that they've had, except maybe 2 or 3, has been just like, how did that happen? And that's that's not me hating. I'm not hating on them. I'm like confused. I just want answers, like what's happening, because you can't tell me they're just good and they just get like they just good. Are they? I don't know. They play close games versus the Panthers. They play close games versus everybody. The Raiders absolutely Aiden O'Connell's dicing their defense, and then
I wanted to turn it around.
I don't. If I was a Chiefs fan, I would hate the way they're winning because one, it creates controversy, and two, it's like, well, y'all are just lucky, and what are the Chiefs fans can't really say anything about it because, like, yeah, they're obviously getting lucky. Yeah, Chiefs fan. Nick Wright. I don't know what he's on. He just really loves the Chiefs.
I don't know. That guy's like. I mean, I never seen it. He's probably more of a better fan than Skip Bayless. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, guys. If you guys,
if you don't know what's going on,
know what kind of magic they're using, let me know. I would like to use some of that magic in my own personal life, but just let me know. But yeah, I don't know, guys. We're gonna move on here because I'm confused, and we're gonna move on to the Bengals versus that trashy team in Dallas. So we said a while ago we weren't going to talk about the trashy team in Dallas anymore.
Oh man, what was that?
We have to because it's just so everything the Chiefs are, every luck that they get, the opposite happens to the Cowboys. So the Bengals win 27-20. The Cowboys. So for a quick reference, guys, the Bengals won this game on a onside kick. Okay, just for reference, they changed the rules for onside kicks. So now you have to say so first off, you have to tell the other team we're kicking an onside kick. Okay, you have to do that, and now you can't start running at it till a certain time. The league average, I saw this, the league average percentage of getting onside kicks is 7%. They give up an onside kick, and then Jamar Chase goes ahead and scores the game-winning touchdown. The Cowboys are really bad.
Okay, let me say something real quick about this. I got a lot to say about this stupid punt. What in the heck is that, man? You block a punt. It can't grab a football. I hit my computer just now because I'm pretty. That's just insane. That is probably the most Cowboys thing I've seen in my entire life. And I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, this team blocked a punt, and Jerry Jones needs to shut his mouth about the punt. He says, "Oh, she about the punt, man. It got like, are you dumb, Jerry Jones? You want to win a game. This is your fault, bro. You constructed this roster together, but you know what? We went on Jerry. I'm done talking about Jerry Jones on this podcast. I don't know, man. That was the most Cowboys thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Now I see why Stephen A. says they're an accident waiting to happen. I know why Shannon's been saying on the Undisputed for 7 straight years. Cowboys are going to do what Cowboys do. This is what they do. I first thought they had a chance to win this game. I really thought that. And then
you did?
I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know why I thought that, but I'm like, oh, they have Joe Burrow, whose defense sucks, so maybe so. But I was wrong. Because right now they're like literally right now, they're only top 10 in one category. That's special teams. The Cowboys are 7th.
Well, they're probably going to be lower now because that onside kick, that was special teams. So
that was the most bad. Dude, I can't, man. Here's the deal: if I'm the Cowboys, I'll tank for Archie Manning. Don't get your door, guys. Get Archie. I agree with his grandpa. Archie's grandpa was right. Get Archie Manning. Don't get. They should tank for Archie.
Yeah. Jaden, do you got anything on the Cowboys, man?
Freaking that was the most stupidest thing I've seen in my life.
I will say one thing, and it's not, I think that the Cowboys are playing better without Dak. Maybe a hot take, but not saying that they're playing good. I think they're playing better without him. I mean, after, I don't know, I'm not saying that it's Cooper Rush, and I'm not saying that it was a Dak thing, but I saw them play slightly better. Anyways,
Your defense sucks, though.
yeah, defense sucks. They're gonna make, I don't even know who his name is. Whoever missed the recovering of that ball, they're gonna make him. I think they're gonna make him carry the ball all week. They're gonna put a ball in his hands and say, "You can't let go of the ball."
Dude, I don't know how these players on the team no more, bro. I don't know what their names are.
Let's see if I can find his name.
I said, let me see. Is it Brendan Aubrey talking about?
No, the guy who missed the kick.
Missed the kick.
Or who missed the onside recovery.
Let's see. It says
Cavante. AO. Amari.
yeah,
Ray. How do I say his name?
bro, that's crazy.
AO. Click AO.
Yeah.
And call his name AO.
They're gonna put a ball in his hands. And they're gonna say, "You're gonna carry this everywhere you go. You're not gonna let go of this ball."
I don't blame them. They should.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know.
Get Archie. Cowboys get Archie.
I'm just yapping at this point, but there's nothing good to say about the Cowboys.
No, there's not. Team's bad. So I call them the trashy team in Dallas. They're
Yeah.
bad. We'll move to the other side of the ball here. Talk about the Bengals a little bit. They stay alive, kind of. They are 5-8. They have a 3% chance to make the playoffs. I saw what would have to happen for them to make the playoffs. It's pretty unlikely for that to happen. I guess they haven't been mathematically eliminated yet, but Joe Burrow again plays amazing. 369 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and we gotta talk about this guy. We gotta start a conversation. We have to. Is Jamar Chase the best receiver in the NFL?
Over Jettas, bro.
We have to at least talk about it. If we pull up his stats, this guy has been a maniac. He's got 13. So he's first in receptions, first in yards, first in touchdowns. That's the Triple Crown. 93 receptions, 1,319 yards, 15 touchdowns. Guys, they got 4 games left. They are not anywhere close to being done. He, again, goes ballistic, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had the near 300-yard game a couple weeks ago versus the Ravens. We got to at least talk about it.
I have him second.
Second?
Yeah, I mean, I get why people haven't. I ain't gonna disrespect you if you have Justin Jamar Chase number 1. But I think because the reason why you have Chase number 1 because he's the reason why Sam Darnold looks so good. If it wasn't for that, I mean, even with Kirk Cousins, he made Kirk Cousins look like a freaking elite quarterback. And even I know that he's probably gonna. I think he already passed. I know he's already passed Randy Moss's record in yards already, as in the first couple years in the NFL. Right now, he's on track of passing Jerry Rice's record. Once all said and done, he's on track of passing Jerry Rice's record, which is probably wasn't, in my opinion, the most impossible record to break.
He's not going to break that record.
I hope. I mean, I don't know. It's impossible, but right
He's
now,
never-
he's on track of passing it. I don't know if he will pass it.
No. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I just Jamar Chase is really good.
Yeah.
He's good. Yeah, he's a beast.
He's really stinking
They better
good.
sign him because
Yeah, they better.
If not,
I mean, he's like he's just got a great route. He just has a great route tree. He runs routes incredibly. He has great hands. He's like Devontae Adams with 4.2 speed. It's just crazy. He's got fantastic hands. He's always just manages to get open even when he's doubled. I think there's definitely a conversation to be had. I mean, he's 1,400 yards his first year, 13 touchdowns. He already has his career high in touchdowns. Even without Joe Burrow, only 12 games played in 2022, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns, no Joe Burrow pretty much the entire year. And then last year and then this year. I mean, yeah, this guy's crazy. We got to at least talk about it. But, Jaden, what do you think?
I think I'd have to agree with you. I mean, yeah, I think Jamar Chase is. I think he's probably.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a dog. He's like the dog barking. It's like the dog barking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
like
Jamar Chase is it.
in the background.
Jamar Chase is at Jaden's house right now.
Yeah, he's in the
Barking.
background.
Jamar Chase, calm down, man.
Calm down, bro. It's okay. You're gonna get your money, bro. Don't
We
worry.
were just talking about him. He's got to.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get his money, dude, the Bengals might be the dumbest organization ever.
Yeah. The Bengals will never be as bad as the Cowboys, but it's okay. Yeah, guys. Jamar Chase, man, you gotta settle down, buddy. It's okay.
Okay, Jamar
okay.
Chase. You'll be
No, but yeah, the Bengals really sucks that they had such a slow start.
Yeah.
Whenever,
really,
like I
really
said
sucks.
earlier this in the podcast, whatever's going on with that coach in September in the training camp needs to be investigated ASAP.
Zach Taylor has to get fired.
The dude has to be investigated for he did in the pre-offseason.
He has to get fired. Right now, ESPN's projecting Jamar Chase, I just saw this, to have 1,725 yards and 20 touchdowns.
Wow,
That's crazy.
that's wild.
That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, that'd be nuts. But yeah, dude's a stud. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna move on here to some college football. As a lot of people know, a lot of championship games were happening. The Big 10 championship, Big 12 championship, SEC championship, ACC championship, all took place. I really want to focus in on the SEC championship. Y'all guys remember I said last week? So Georgia beats Texas 22-19. Guys, Carson Beck got hurt like halfway through this game. At the last play of the second quarter, he got hurt. Gunnar Stockton comes in, a guy who's barely played, and the Texas can't beat Georgia. Guys, Texas fans, early in the year I said you guys are the best team in college football because I believe so. Mainly because that Michigan win, that was before we all realized Michigan was bad. This Texas team, they can't beat legitimate like teams. So when they beat Michigan, they're ranked 10. We know Michigan stinks. When they beat Oklahoma, they were ranked 18 the first time. We know they stink. They lose to Georgia. They beat Vanderbilt, who was ranked just because they beat Alabama. Vanderbilt's not that good. They beat Texas A&M, who's now out of the top 25. This is what I mean. You gave yourself a Mickey Mouse schedule. You beat all the teams that were good, but you can't beat the only top 10 team you faced twice. Georgia owns you. You can't beat Georgia with or without Carson Beck. I said everyone on this panel said this team's better with Archie Manning. We all agreed. I still think that. I don't think Quinn Ewers is bad. I just don't think they're nearly as good with him as the starting quarterback. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. This is really concerning for Texas. A lot of Texas fans. Oh man, I really enjoyed listening and reading to all the Texas fans crying in salt and tears. You guys way overestimated this team. I overestimated this team.
I did too.
Georgia steals the SEC championship from you. The only good SEC team you played all year. You can't beat them. You can't beat Gunnar Stockton. Gunnar Stockton. It's not Carson Beck. You can't beat Gunnar Stockton. Okay. They play Clemson in the first round. We're going to talk about the bracket after this. Guys, I don't know. What do y'all think? I mean, is this more of a Georgia just being a better team, or are the Longhorns a little fraudulent?
A little fraudulent. I agree with you. They cannot be a ranked team at all. On Friday on 806 Sports Radio, where I work at, Dusty Boy, shout out to him, said Texas cannot be a ranked team. They're a little overrated. And then I agree with him, actually. I first thought it was a blasphemous take when he said that, but you know what? He's right. North Dakota State's a terrible team. And I think he beat them in the first game of the season. But this team cannot be a ranked team at all. And Quinn Ewers is not him. He's not. I think Archie Manning should be a starting quarterback starting next year. He should.
Well, he is, because Quinn's going to the NFL.
Quinn shouldn't even be in the NFL. He's terrible at quarterback, and that's just me because he's just not that good. To me, he ain't good. I don't know what y'all see in this guy. I mean, great kid. Sure, good GPA, good for him. But as far as him being him, he's not him. He's not. And Archie Manning should have been starting quarterback when Quinn got hurt. But you know what? The coach is dumb for letting Quinn Ewers become the starting QB, no matter what happened.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, Jaden. I said if Georgia beats Texas, they're going to win the national title. We're going to make our official picks here in a little bit, so we'll see what I pick. But what do you make of this? Is this more Georgia, more Texas not being as good as we thought?
I think it's Texas not being as good as we thought. I mean,
I think you're right.
I think that they had it, like you said, they had a soft schedule.
They did
the entire season, and when they go and play a ranked team, they don't know how to play the game. The only reason why I think they don't start Archie Manning is because it's Quinn Ewers' last season, so they're not going to do that. They're not going to bench him.
Yeah,
especially playoffs time. They're not going to bench a senior.
Yeah, probably not.
They're not going to make it that far.
But get through this season, start Archie Manning, and I think they'll have a better season. I mean, they had a good season, but it's because they played, bad teams. So
yeah, I just, man, feels good.
Disappointing.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I don't mind it. Texas Tech fan here. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. Every win, they have 0 wins over currently ranked teams. The final ranking of the season, after everything's played out and we know how good the teams are, they have no wins against ranked teams. Nobody.
It's crazy.
Ranked at the time, sure, but that's before we knew how good or bad teams were. And currently, as it stands, 0 ranked wins. They played Georgia twice, once, and obviously they lost big time the first time. Then they lose in overtime the second time to and I say again, guys, Gunnar Stockton led team. They didn't play Tennessee. They didn't play Alabama. They didn't play South Carolina. They didn't play LSU. They didn't play Ole Miss. They didn't even play Mizzou. I mean, I could go for a while. The only SEC teams they played were Georgia, Vanderbilt, like good ones. Georgia, Vanderbilt. I don't even think Vanderbilt's that good. They were 6-6. I don't even think they're that good. So Georgia, A&M, and that's pretty much it. Oklahoma's not good. Kentucky's not good. And Mississippi State's not good. That's what you get for making a cupcake schedule. Think you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also think Georgia's great. And that leads us to our next topic. The college football playoff bracket is officially picked. Real quickly, the committee made the right decision leaving Alabama out. Because
I disagree with you, man.
Here's the issue with putting Alabama in. They didn't even make their conference championship game.
Yeah, that's a good point.
SMU made their conference championship game. I do not, guys. This is just, you have to keep the integrity of the game. Putting Alabama in and not SMU is basically saying we don't care about conference championships. We don't. Especially Power Five. ACC is a Power Five. If you want to, we could look at both teams real quick before we get to the official thing. So let's pull up the Crimson Tide. They have horrible losses. Here's their problem. They lost to a 6-6 Vanderbilt team, and they lost to a 6-6 Oklahoma team. Okay. If we pull up SMU's schedule, let me pull it up here. They lost to BYU, who is not bad. They're 17th, ranked 17th at the end of the year. They lost to Clemson. That's it. They're 11-2. They lost to BYU, who's a top 25 team, and they lost to Clemson, who won the ACC, and that was in the championship game. They beat, like I said, BYU. They beat Louisville. They beat Pitt. They don't have a bad loss on their schedule, and they don't have a 6-6 loss. You can't lose to Oklahoma and Vanderbilt and say you deserve to be in the playoffs. You just can't. You just simply can't. I think they made the right decision. Anyways, we're gonna get started here. If you guys pull up the bracket, the official standings are in: Oregon first, Georgia 2, Boise State 3, Arizona State 4, getting that bye, which a lot of people didn't know if that was going to happen or not, which I agree with. 5th, we have Texas. 6th, we have Penn State. 7th, Notre Dame. 8th, Ohio State. 9th, Tennessee. 10th, Indiana. 11th, SMU. And the last team in, Clemson. All right. So for my first question, but just as we break this down, is there anyone that should be in that was left out? That's my first question. What do you guys think?
No, I actually agree with the list.
Yeah, I like the bracket.
I mean, I think Notre Dame had a little soft schedule too, but you know what? Notre Dame had a cupcake schedule too, and I know people were critical of that team in the beginning of the playoffs, especially if Paul Feinbaum was really against it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the only team that I kind of skeptical about, but that's it.
So who, if it's not them? So for instance, they're ranked 3rd on the final AP, and I know that. So they beat A&M, Louisville, Navy, and Army. And I believe currently ranked out of all of those, Army's currently ranked 19th, and that's so they have a top 25 win. Their only loss is to they do have a pretty bad loss to Northern Illinois, which that one's rough, but that was also the second game of the season. So who would you put in instead if you were to?
Colorado Buffaloes.
Okay, so Jaden, I'm not even going to respond to that. What do you think about this? Do you think the committee did the right thing? What do
I'm
you
just playing
think?
that card around. I'm just messing with you, bro.
No, I like the bracket.
See what you're
I
gonna
mean,
say.
I don't think that they. I think that everybody that's on the bracket,
Actually,
you know, deserves to be there. I mean,
I probably say Arizona State University probably should be in that bracket.
Well, Arizona State is in the bracket.
No, the one team that won the Big 12.
The other team in the Iowa State?
No, Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona won the
The
Big 12.
ASU.
Yeah, they're in.
No, not that team. The other team. The one the receiver plays at.
Oh, Arizona? Just Arizona?
Yeah.
Uh
They won. Who was in they won the Big 12, right?
no, Arizona State won the Big 12.
Okay, never mind. Forget that. Forget that, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm not high, guys. I promise you, bro.
Okay, that's funny. No, I agree with Jaden. I think that this is pretty much the perfect. I like them leaving out Alabama. You can't lose to the teams they lost to. And I think Miami had too bad of a loss compared to the other guys, and they also didn't make the championship game. Which I typically disagree with the committee a lot of times, but they prioritize championship games for conferences, and teams with just horrible losses, multiple horrible losses, just can't be in. I agree with that.
But
Now-
real quick. I'm gonna say this real quick. I think conference championships overall should go away. It's stupid and it's irrelevant. It's so confusing. And 2 years from now, this will be a 16-week playoffs in 2026. So it's just
Yeah.
getting more confusing. I don't know. I think you should go straight to the NFL. How the NFL does it. It's so stupid how confusing it is. It's really dumb. I can't stand it. I really cannot stand it at all. The conference championship should go away. It should do what high school football does in Texas football, high school Texas football, or the NFL, because this is really stupid how it does this all the time. It's so confusing. It's next year now, 16-week playoff bracket.
I don't know if it's that confusing personally to me, but
This is
I just don't think that they can go away with it. There's too many teams in college football.
yeah.
You can't do an NFL style team league almost with that many teams.
You should do high school football.
It's just kind of hard to do it because Texas high school doesn't have nearly as many teams as college football has. It's just hard to deal with. I think I disagree with you on that. I don't think they should remove those. I know it'll get kind of iffy when we have a 16-team playoff.
It's gonna happen.
If when we get there, that could be. I think it's going to just be harder on the committee. But I think they made the right choice here with the 12-team playoff. So we got to see. But I like the way they did things. So now that's out of the way, I don't think they left anyone off. I think Alabama fans crying, just go tell your team to not lose to 2 6-6 teams, and we'll have a different conversation. You beat 2 mediocre teams and you're in. You're playing either Georgia or Texas in the SEC title game if you do that. If your only loss is to a legitimately good team, if they are only losses to Tennessee, this is a completely different conversation. But they didn't do it. They didn't handle business. So now it's time, boys. It's time to make our official predictions. I'm gonna let Trey. You can go ahead and go first, bro.
I got Boise State versus. I don't think Oregon's that good. I just don't think it. I would probably say Boise State and Ohio State make it to the playoffs, the championship game, and Boise State's gonna win it all. I like Ashton Jeanty a lot. This guy's carried his team on his back the whole season. Look at his stats: 29 touchdowns, 2,496 yards, Offensive rating 95. Running overall rating 97. Probably gonna pass Barry Sanders' record. Hopefully, I hope he passes his record.
It's possible. He has.
Possible.
He could do it.
But man, I love Ashton Tinty, man. I love the guy. So I got Ohio State going on to the championship game versus Boise State, and Boise State will come out on top. And Ashton Tinty should be a Heisman winner. So yeah, that's my prediction. I like Boise State.
Wow. You might be the only person in the country picking Boise State. I'm not gonna lie. Anyone that's yeah, you might be one of 10 people.
Look at the
That's
record
definitely a hot take.
You're like 8-5.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I know. Jaden, what's your prediction?
So I think that if Ohio State can get past Oregon, then they'll go all the way. If not, I have Oregon. I think it'll be.
Okay.
I think it'll be Georgia versus either Ohio State or Oregon. I think that's my pick.
All right. Okay.
I feel like Ohio State might be able to pull through on it, but
yeah, they have a great roster.
Yeah.
They have great wide receivers. Jeremiah Smith, an absolute stud. Yeah, and I think Oregon's really good too. That offense is just ridiculous. So I'm gonna go. You guys can do this too afterwards. I'm done. I'm gonna do my game by game prediction here. Who I think is gonna win what round? I kind of just thought of this. Sorry, you guys made your choice. But so in the first game being played, Indiana at Notre Dame. I have Notre Dame winning that game. I think Indiana is going to keep it close. I think it's going to be a tough game for Notre Dame. I think they pull through just slightly. Would not be surprised if Indiana won that game. And then moving on to SMU at Penn State. I got Penn State. I just don't think SMU can hang with a Big Ten team like Penn State. I do have an upset though. It's coming up, but yeah, that's what I have. So I have Penn State winning that game. The next game, Clemson at Texas. Guys, Clemson's winning.
Think so?
I got Clemson. Is that a dumb pick? I don't know. Oh, but it's an SEC team. Is it really? Is Texas really an SEC team? If you look at their schedule, it doesn't look like it.
No.
They haven't. This is going to be the second best team they've played all year. And I don't know. We'll see. But I think Clemson pulls this one out. The next game would be Tennessee at Ohio State. I think this is going to be the closest game of the four first round games. My gut says Tennessee, but my brain says Ohio State. So I'm going to go Ohio State here. I think Tennessee's super, super elite, but I do think the talent, I think Jeremiah Smith's going to make a play that just completely changes the game, and they pull that out. So moving on to the second round, the game after that would be Boise State versus, in this case, Penn State. I think this is an upset. I think Boise State wins. I think that's a huge upset. I think most of the country would pick Penn State. I do think Boise State's going to win on the back of Ashton Genty. He's a stud.
All year.
Well, they haven't played any good teams, guys. They played Oregon. It was a 2-point game. They barely won. Ashton Genty was elite in that game as well. So I got Boise State winning that. Then it would be Oregon versus Ohio State in this case. This is probably the toughest remaining one for me, guys. I really think that can go either way. Oregon won the first time, so I'm going to say Ohio State takes this one. That's what I'm going to say. I'm probably dead wrong because I think Oregon's really good, but I'm going to do that. Since Oregon won the first game, I think Ohio State come with some anger. I think they make it happen. And then the next game would be Georgia versus Notre Dame. Georgia. Yeah, come on. Then the game after that would be I missed one. I missed no, I didn't. Yeah, I did. So it'd be Arizona State versus Clemson in this case. This is another close one. I'm gonna take Clemson. I think Arizona State's good. I think Cam Scattenbow, or I call him Cam Skibbity because I have no idea how to pronounce his last name. So Cam Skibbity it is. I think it's Scattenbow, but he's really good. But I do think Clemson is going to win that game. I think Clemson's going to just be hot. I think they're kind of like my hot team, like making a lot of upsets happen. So I got that. And then the this would be the Orange Bowl and the Cotton Bowl. Georgia versus Boise State, Ohio State versus Clemson. I have Georgia beating Boise State. I think the talent gap will just be too much, and Ashton Jeanty won't be able to just, I don't think he'll be able to carry his team past Georgia. And then on the other side, it would be Ohio State, Clemson. I'm just gonna ride the wave. Clemson wins. Just gonna ride the wave. I'm gonna ride the orange wave all the way to the national title. So the national title would be Clemson, Georgia, and my pick for the national championship, Georgia would win. I said last week, if they beat Texas, they're winning it all. They beat Texas. Yeah. So I have to stick with it. So I got Georgia, Clemson, title game. I think that'd be really, really good playoff. I think it'd be a really good playoff. I'm probably way too high on Clemson, but I think they're cool. So yeah. That's my bracket. Don't put any money on that, by the way. Nobody put any money on that. That's just pure speculation.
Well, if you go for a spread, yeah, you probably will win because
maybe. Maybe so, but we'll see how right I am or how wrong I am. But yeah, I do like the way that the playoff looks though. I like it.
Yeah.
And if Boise State won, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
He wins. Does he get Heisman, dude? I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah, well, that'd be crazy.
Travis Turner's he's good, but he ain't Ashton Jeanty.
No, definitely not. But yeah,
too, man. Barry Sanders record.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What? It's okay.
So first round starts the 20th.
Yeah.
So the good thing is Georgia wouldn't play till the 1st. So Carson Beck has almost a month to get healthy from his arm injury. So I do believe Carson Beck will be completely healthy and ready to go for that Notre Dame or Notre Dame or Indiana game. But yeah, guys, that's all we have for college football for the next 10 days. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the 12-team playoff. I want to see how it goes. For sure. So we're going to move on to some NBA guys. We're going to talk about the NBA Cup, which has started. It's actually really started. The Magic lost to the Bucks in the first round, but so the teams remaining now: Bucks, Mavs, Thunder, Hawks, Knicks, Warriors, and Rockets.
Wow.
So my simple question: who do we got? Who do we got winning the NBA Cup?
I'm gonna probably say I got Mavs winning it all. The cup. I like Luka. I like Luka a lot. I think Luka's one of my favorite players right now in the NBA. Probably up there with LeBron and Ant-Man. But you know what? If Bucks win it, I won't be surprised because I think Giannis and Dame healthy.
Scary.
They're a scary duo. It's probably one guy on the bench that I ain't gonna say on his name, the coach, but that's the only thing that concerns me about the Bucks is that guy, Darvin,
DH.
Yeah, whatever his name is. Maybe after his sandwich, so you probably put a ham in it.
Yeah.
So after a sandwich and meat from a pig, so it's okay.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, Bucks win it. I won't be mad, but I want Mavs to win it.
Okay.
I think
the Warriors, they suck.
Wow. Okay.
Steph Curry. Don't let me start on Steph Curry. So I already went on.
No, we won't. Trust me, we won't. I'm not gonna get you started.
So I'm gonna steal Nick's idea because it's a smaller bracket.
It is a smaller bracket.
I'm gonna go game by game.
Okay. You're going to get one of them right for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a wild guess. Bucks
Okay.
and Magic. Okay.
Okay. Who you got?
I think I have the Bucks winning it.
Oh.
Score prediction:
Okay,
114 to 109.
2109.
Guys, put money on that. Put your mortgage on it. Put your mortgage on that.
Guaranteed to hit. Okay. All right. So yeah.
Dude, but real quickly, I think Giannis is gonna have 37 in that game. Just add on to that. But yeah,
He might.
maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, Bucks.
Knicks and Hawks. I think I have the Hawks winning that one.
Okay.
Maybe a wild take, but I think I have the Hawks winning that one. So then, on the other side, in the West, the Thunder and the Mavericks playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Mavericks winning that one.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
Mavericks are, over the Thunder, I think the Mavericks win. But then we have the Rockets and the Warriors. Trey's probably going to hate me for this, but I got the Warriors winning.
I hate that team, bro. I hate him. I blame Kevin Durant for you, bro. Curry's not a top 10 player of all time. He never will be in my book.
Okay. All right. So we have the semifinals, which in the East, all my predictions would be the Bucks and the Hawks. I got the Bucks winning.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks are, like y'all said, a healthy Bucks team is crazy.
Scary.
Scary. So then that puts the Warriors versus the Mavericks. I think it's going to be a close game, but I got the Mavericks winning, which puts the Bucks and the Mavericks in the finals.
That's my point, too. Bucks and Mavs in the
Who
finals.
you got winning that finals?
I got to go Bucks.
Yeah. That team's really good, man.
I think
Yeah.
I think that'll be a really close game, but
Yeah.
I got to give it to the Bucks.
Yeah.
Real quick, Nick. It's amazing how if nobody mentions Giannis in the MVP conversation, never heard it on NBA Today or not even on.
It's mind-boggling. It's
How
mind-boggling.
is Jokic an MVP talk for right now?
I
And
don't
his
know.
team's doing terrible. How is that even happening right now?
Jokic
That
is
team,
tending to his horses.
Jamal Murray. I don't know why we're protecting Jokic for. Oh, he needs help. He needs this and that. But when it comes to LeBron and Giannis and stuff like that, it is what it is. But they're not doing good at all this year. Jokic is great. He's really, really good. But it's absurd to me he's not an MVP talk right now. Giannis ain't, and that
It's
really
crazy to me.
makes me kind of upset because that guy is balling out. He might. Dude, this team can literally be a threat to the Celtics once all of a sudden done in the East, and they might beat the Cavs too in the 7-game series. But I can't stand how he's not in a conversation right now and the MVP talk. Drives me freaking insane. That Nuggets team is not good anymore. They had a cute little run. They beat the Lakers with a dumb coach doesn't know what the heck he was doing. They beat a terrible Heat team. We all knew that they're going to win that finals. I never picked the Heat to win that series. Jokic was by far the best player against Bam Adebayo. But you know what? He's not. Jamal Murray's not really good. He looks like he's not. I've heard on Gil's podcast, on First Take, NBA Today, even Nightcap. Jamal Murray doesn't look like he was going to play for the Nuggets anymore. He looks out of shape. He looks unhappy there. I don't know what happened between him and Jokic, but it's insane to me. Giannis is not in the MVP talk right now. Go ahead. I had to say that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I brought up the whole Giannis MVP talk, a couple episodes ago. I think it might have been last
33
episode,
points.
He's leading the league.
I mean, He has 10.4 rebounds. Top of that, he has that's first in the NBA, 6 in rebounds, 21st in assists, and 5th in field goal percentage. Like, what does he need to do? What does he need to do?
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, moving over to the cup again. My bracket is literally Jaden's. He literally just, I mean, bar for bar. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. I do have the Bucks winning, so yeah. And if he wins that, the MVP case for Giannis should be really forefront and center.
I'm calling.
Giannis was great again versus the Magic, but
Yeah.
I want to move to some trade rumors real quickly. There are some trade rumors floating around about LeBron James with a potential landing being the Warriors. Before I start on this, I was typing this in to pull it up, and I saw that Trey's guy, Stephen A. Smith, said something, and I typically don't like to bring up other sports pundits on the show, but this is so egregious, I have to bring it up. He said, when asked, does he want to see LeBron on the Warriors, he said, and I quote, "I do not want to see it because LeBron James does not deserve it." He then later goes on to say, "Stay explicitive right there in LA. You won a championship in the bubble. I understand the next year you lost in the first round. You had Contavious Caldwell-Pope, who's apparently a superstar. You had Kyle Kuzma, who's rotting on the Wizards. You had Montrezl Harrell.
Montrezl Harrell, man.
You had Alex Caruso, I think.
Is he in the NBA anymore?
And he said, yeah, I don't know. And he said, what'd you do? You let all those cats go away because you wanted your boy Russell Westbrook. Okay, so first off, Stephen A. Smith, I didn't realize LeBron was the GM. LeBron wanted Kyrie. He didn't get Kyrie. LeBron wanted Ty Lue. He didn't get Ty Lue. There's a lot of people LeBron have wanted. He didn't get him. So I guess he's only the GM for that trade. This is the worst take I've ever seen in my life. What? LeBron doesn't deserve it? What do you?
I disagree with that take. I think
that's crazy.
That's just blatant LeBron hate. I'm sorry. That's just LeBron James hate. That makes no sense. LeBron has done more for the NBA than anyone since Michael Jordan has. Yeah. And to say he doesn't deserve it because he wanted Russell Westbrook is absolutely absurd. Because one, he played through that entire season. He played through that. He's still there. I truly do not understand the thought process that he doesn't deserve to get traded. I just saw this and I'm actually in a bad mood now. So, I mean, Stephen A. Smith, brother, what are you talking about? I can't believe they want to give this guy $120 million for when he's saying stuff like this. Like what?
Get that back,
bro? I want, dude, I can get $120 million for saying some nonsense. That'd be great. That'd be great. It's mind-boggling. Anyways, that's just ridiculous. Back to the actual trade talk. I'm going to ask you guys that same question. And y'all better not say LeBron don't deserve it or I'm going to have a hernia. Trey, would you – I'm actually angry.
Oh, my word.
Stephen A, hold on. Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. I love you, bro. I think you're I'm modeling my career after you in some ways, but I disagree with you about what you said about LeBron today. I think I'm gonna have one person to it too. I think Perkins might be the fakest LeBron fan I've ever seen in my entire life. It's crazy how on the NBA today with Will Bond and Brian Windhorst and Malika Andrews hosting the show, they just basically said the same thing on the NBA today. But then on first take, he became a hypocrite and said something a lot different than he did. So I think I don't know. I don't truly believe he has LeBron to go. Perkins does. I don't believe that at all. I think he's just full of himself sometimes. I think he's a flat out LeBron fake fan, in my opinion. But yeah, go ahead, Nick.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. I can't believe that that's a thing. But yeah, so there was rumors earlier in February that the Warriors did inquire up to the Lakers about LeBron. Now the rumors are starting back up. So would you guys want to see this? Trey?
I definitely would. Look at them in the Olympics. They actually match each other's games.
They do.
Real quick, I'm gonna make Curry fans mad right now, so I'm gonna do it. And Jaden, I know you like Steph Curry too, so I'll make you mad. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not trying to make you mad, but Sergio, shout out to you. I love you, bro. Hope you're doing good in LA, but I'm gonna make you mad too. But if LeBron goes to Golden State, it's LeBron's team. And it's not Curry's team no more.
No, I
It
agree
just
with
proves
that.
this proves that Stephen Curry cannot carry a team this bad to the playoffs at all. This proves it. I mean, this guy needs a whole. The fact that this guy needs a superstar with, I want to see it happen. Hope it happens. They match each other's games perfectly fine. But Steph Curry cannot carry a team by himself. So yes, I will support it because LeBron James can carry anybody on his back. He saw in his early days in Cleveland. He carried freaking Deontay West, who's homeless right now. He carried a 37-year-old Shaq towards Achilles who was having back problems, basically an old man on his couch, basically. Now on inside the NBA, we saw him with D Wade and stuff like that. But I'll tell you this though, LeBron in 4 organizations, 1 chip with the Cavs, Heat, Lakers, not Golden State, 4 Finals MVPs in 4 different teams. That go debate's gonna be a lot interesting, man. I'll tell you that much. That's 4 teams. He's been everywhere he's been. Go's been there. Literally, Go's been there, and he sees it and goes after it. I will support it. I still want to. I don't care what Steph Curry does in that team. He'll probably be so happy he's gonna give LeBron the keys to his car. Maybe the keys to the organization.
That's
Here go LeBron.
crazy.
I can't do it by myself no more. I need, but yeah, and this will save Curry's legacy too.
Alrighty, Jaden, what do you think?
I mean, I would like to see it happen. I think it'd be really cool to see. I mean, like Trey said, we saw them in the Olympics and they played really well together. I don't think it's ever going to happen though. Personally, I mean, especially now. I mean, LeBron just got his son on his team.
They might trade him.
Yeah, if he trades him, then yeah, maybe. But as long as Bronny's on the Lakers, LeBron's not leaving the Lakers. Because, I mean, this is something LeBron dreamed of, playing with his son. And I think he's going to take every chance he can at that. I know, obviously, he's not really playing on the Lakers right now. But I think as long as Bronny's on the Lakers, LeBron's not leaving.
Yeah. I think I agree with both of you. I think it'd be cool to see because I mainly think it'd be cool to see if LeBron went there and won a championship and he was Finals MVP. That would be really funny.
That's how you know.
That would be really funny. But no, I think their games complement each other. Like Trey was saying, we saw in the Olympics, LeBron's one of the best passers in NBA history.
No, he's the greatest passer in NBA history. I don't want to hear no best. He's better than Magic Johnson. Sorry, Magic fans, I love you, but LeBron's better passer than you.
Okay, I mean, I think it's up for debate. I think LeBron's at worst too, but then you have Curry, who's the best shooter in the NBA history. You combine that, what do you get?
Yeah.
You get what we saw at the Olympics, except a lot more often. Yeah, this would change everything for both. For both these guys, it'd just be really funny if they ended up happening. But I agree with Jaden. I don't think it's happening. But it would be really cool to see for both guys. Potentially one of their final years, absolute. At the level they're playing at, this might be one of the last years where we see them playing this well. So, yeah, it'd be cool. I don't think it's going to happen, but yeah. So, moving on from the NBA, it's the Trey crying segment time. So Juan Soto and the Mets agreed to a record-breaking 15-year, $765 million deal. The Yankees just lost the World Series, and now they lose, I think, their best player.
They're by far, I agree, man.
By
far.
This is just really, really bad news for the Yankees. Juan Soto was incredible. He's gone. The Mets outbidded the Yankees. It's kind of what I thought was going to happen. So I think I'm going to give this one to Trey, Yankees fan. I mean, what do you feel? Just break it down for us. What's going on?
So, oh man, I don't know. Let's take a moment of silence, guys. Let's all take a moment of silence for this. Okay. Here's the deal. The fact that the Yankees offer him $5 million less is kind of insane to me. I don't know if Yankees will ever go back to World Series ever again now. He was by far the best player on the team, in my opinion. Yes, Aaron Judge is great. He's a baller. He's a man among boys, home run leader. But I think he's tired of Aaron Judge's stuff, in my opinion. I think he got tired of Aaron Judge for how he was a little bit of a, I don't know, man. It's just more like an influencer than a baseball player, in my opinion. But you know what? I'm disappointed by this team. I think George Steinbrenner right now is, rest in peace, George Steinbrenner is probably literally rolling in his grave right now. What is happening right now to this organization? It's insane to me. Disappointed. The fact they went to the Mets is insane.
That's the worst. That's the worst part of it. The worst possible.
That's the worst part.
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
You got outbidded by little brother.
No, they're not going to be the Dodgers. They're not being the Dodgers. So
the Mets.
They're not. They're gonna. I think Dodgers will repeat.
Is definitely possible.
Because the pitching.
Yeah, Ohtani will be pitching. So
he'll be pitching again.
Yeah.
And the pitching team and Dodgers are stacked already.
Yeah.
And Garrett Doing, I can see why he left because Yankees don't have any good pitchers. You have Garrett Cole, who's always injured. So
yeah. I think this is devastating if you're a Yankees fan. Juan Soto last season had 41 home runs, 109 RBI. That's fourth in home runs, tied sixth for RBI. That's really hard to replace. It's hard to replace 41 home runs.
Yeah.
This guy is 26. He's in the smack dab middle of his prime. This is just like really, really bad news for the Yankees because he was only there for a year, guys. They got him from the Dodgers. The Padres.
Yeah.
And you basically had him for a year, and you couldn't win a World Series with him.
Yeah.
So his last 2 years, 41 home runs, 35 home runs. He's going to a Mets team who took the Dodgers to Game 6. That Mets team when baseball gets started up again, we'll talk about that. That Mets team's looking really good. This is devastating if you're a Yankees fan. This is bad news. You can't keep the Yankees they're like the star factory of the MLB, and they can't keep one of their youngest, best stars. It's bad, really bad. But I did tell you he was going to leave. I tried to warn you, but it's okay.
You know what?
And he went to the Mets. Little brother outbidded big brother. This is like if the Clippers outbidded for LeBron, the Lakers for LeBron. This is literally Juan Soto's not on the level of LeBron, obviously, but I'm saying the teams, Lakers, Clippers, Yankees, Mets.
This team, when the Power will never go back to World Series ever again.
This is bad.
The pitching sucks already. Aaron Judge he's good, but he ain't. I think you should have. I think Juan Soto was the best player on that team. He was the leader of that team.
This is bad news, but yeah, devastating for Yankees fans. But if you're a Mets fan, you're having a ball. That's for sure. You got an absolute stud. Yeah, Yeah, that's rough. Sorry about that, buddy. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
My first teams, I don't know.
Y'all have anything else to add about that one?
My first teams, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I just can't.
It's okay. I mean, he's about to cry. So we're going to move on to some better news here for Trey. So Tiger Woods and his son Charlie are set to play at the PNC Championship. They've played at this for every year for a while now.
2020, yeah.
So I mean, I think we're all excited to see their fifth. It's their fifth. I think we're all excited to see Tiger play. I think that's the main thing from this. We're just excited to see Tiger play. They finished tied fifth last year, so they definitely probably looking to win. But I'm just going to watch because I love watching Tiger. Every chance I get to watch Tiger, I'm going to watch him. That's just the way it goes. So
we're running out of times.
We are running out of times because it's going to catch up to him eventually. He's still. I want to see his swing with this new surgery. That's what I'm.
Yeah,
I want to see how he's swinging
for me next year.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be second. I think might be up there with the LeBron James duo, the Spartan duo. I really think this team. I think these two can probably play in the PGA Tour together. Tiger and Charlie, because Tiger ain't gonna go to no senior tour. If you know Tiger Woods very well, his ego is really big. He is the PGA Tour. It's not Scottie Scheffler. It's not Phil Mickelson. I know he's about to turn 40. I know he's just turned 49 recently. Back, he's finished turned 49 with the same age as LeBron. I don't think he ever goes to the senior tour, the champion. I don't think he ever will. His ego is so big. He is the PGA Tour, no matter what. But I'm really excited to see him play. I'm gonna watch it. To me, probably up there in my top 5 for sure. Top 3, top 2, top 1. Up there for sure is my favorite athlete of all time. Despite what happened off the course, I think he made a great comeback as a human being overall. But I think these two might be in the PGA together, Charlie and Tiger.
Are you gonna cry if he wins?
The PNC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually will.
Now, I think it would count towards his win. So if he did win this, it'd be 83. So he would break the record. Real quickly,
everyone here checking the GOAT debate.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think we'll ever see him and Charlie playing in the PGA because I just don't think Charlie can make it. I'm not trying to be mean, but I because it's harder to get into the PGA than it is in the NBA because you have to get a tour card. You have to win stuff. That's the hard part, right? You can't get, my dad is LeBron or my dad's Tiger, so let me into the tour. It's not going to happen that way. So I'm rooting for him. Maybe he can work his butt off and improve his ranking and get a tour card. That'd be awesome.
I think that Charlie sorry, I didn't interrupt you. I think Charlie needs to calm down.
Yeah, I mean he's got a lot of pressure on him, obviously, because he's
patients are so bad right there.
Yeah. But I'm rooting for the kid, but he's got to make some serious strides. Definitely rooting for him. So, rooting for both of them. Hopefully they win the PNC. They were runner up in 2021. They were 5th last year. Just go out there and win it, man. I want to see Tiger. I want to see, maybe Charlie's improved and he's just going to prove us all wrong next week and just help his dad win the thing. That'd be pretty cool to help your dad break the all-time winning, tournament record. That'd be pretty sick. So, real quickly, we're going to talk about Trey's favorite basketball player ever. Do you even know how to say his last name?
Yeah, it's AJ.
Is it Dynabonsta?
Yeah, Dynabonsta, yeah.
Okay, AJ Dynabonsta, number 1 recruit for the 2025 class, right?
Yeah.
He has committed to, shockingly, BYU.
Yeah, it's shocking to me too.
It's a record NIL deal. BYU definitely paid for him. I got a text from Trey earlier today saying AJ Dynabonsta is going to be better than Cooper Flagg. That's what he told me.
Guys, I was talking around about that. This guy takes it too literal.
I couldn't believe my eyes, but yeah. He's going to BYU, so he'll be in the Big 12. I potentially might be able to see him play if he comes down to Lubbock, but to play Tech. But yeah, that's pretty shocking. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. BYU landing a big 5-star recruit like that. But
yeah,
NIL changes the game.
The reason why he went because the coach Kevin Durant has his favorite player, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and he also got a lot of money. That too. And NIL, his NIL deal was insane. It's close to $7 million. This kid's 17.
That's wild.
This is crazy.
$7 million.
So he's in the 2020. He's the top ranked prospect in the 2026 NBA draft class. So yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, wild. Good for BYU though. Good for BYU. But that wraps us up today, guys. We are finished. It was kind of a normal length episode. The college football definitely talked about that a lot. But let us know who you guys think is going to win the national title. Let us know if you think Trey looks really cute with his new hair or not. And we are thinking about doing an episode this weekend on Saturday, talking about our top 10, each giving our top 10 best players in the NBA ever. So
top 10 for me. I'll give you all a sneak peek. Steph Curry for me is our top 10 player of all time.
Okay, so Trey's not going to have Steph Curry in his top 10. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but that might be coming out. We'll let you guys know. We appreciate everything, all the support. Check out our new reels and shorts, and follow the Instagram. Follow the soon. We're launching on TikTok soon as well, so be ready for that. You might find the page. It's not fully built up yet, but that'll be soon. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, follow, all the good things. And yeah, we'll see you guys hopefully this Saturday. We're looking forward to it. So we will see you guys later. You have a fantastic rest of your week.